Horton Street, US 31. Continue for a half mile.
All right, everyone. Good morning. Here we're in Franklin, Indiana on Friday, May the 23rd. Trying to get $119. Dashing Goose is going for
in a quarter mile. Turn left.
To keep his title here. Okay. I don't know if I can turn left up here. I'm not sure I can. Can I?
Turn left, then bear right onto Acorn Road.
Yeah, I guess I can. All right. Guess I can. All right. Didn't look like I could do that.
Onto Acorn Road.
Okay. Hello, Vicky. Welcome in here.
Turn left onto Fairlane Court.
Yeah, it's an awful early start for me here. I just wanted to go live here. I haven't been live all day. I've got a premiere that I'm going to be setting up. Probably, it'll probably come out either tomorrow or Saturday. So, Sunday. Tomorrow or Sunday. Okay, I was trying to remember where this.
Fairlane Court, then 1082 Fairlane
I guess it is.
Court,
Okay.
Franklin, Indiana 46131. USA will be on the left.
Okay, I've got a McDonald's order here with me, and I'm going to be dropping that off here. Let's see.
1082 Fairlane Court, Franklin, Indiana 46131.
Down there. All right.
USA is on the left.
Customer requested you leave the order at their door.
All right.
They added the following instructions. Leave at my door.
Okay, let's get this started. I'll be right back. Okay, well, we just started at 5 o'clock. See, we got 14 in here. All right. Hey, Emma, welcome in. Yeah, I hope you're doing better, Emma. Hopefully my live streams will help you there, because this one's going to be a good one. I'm going to show you why. All right, we got that delivered. Let's see here. $5. Okay, since 5 o'clock, this is what we got here. Okay. And for every order that gets done there, hello Ashley, welcome in. For every order that that gets successfully delivered, you will hear this. That's Goose fans, guys. That's what that is. Just go on ahead. You're going to back up. That's all right. We're dashing here in Franklin, Indiana. Franklin, Indiana. That's where we're dashing right now. So, all right. So, we got 26 so far. I've been out here since 5 o'clock and made $118 yesterday. It's a contest that Goose is in. With a team, and I just wanted to do that. I'd say, thank you, Mary, very much. I like the way you say that. I like the way you say that noise. We have a gig tuber that says something exactly similar to that. I don't know if you've heard of him, but his name is Mike the Bike Dasher. So, yeah, that's a great channel to watch, by the way, if you get a chance to watch it. You feel a little bit better? Okay. like I said, do the practicing on the music. If there's something that you really like to hear, old stuff, and I know Van Halen's is somebody that everybody loves. Definitely, figure out which part that you like the best and just practice at it. Because it's when you practice at it and and you just put your mind on that, it'll take your mind off everything else. Because when you excel at it, it's going to make you feel like you really accomplished something. And then, when you have accomplishments, that's when you start feeling better. That's why I do this. Hello, Brandy Nut. Welcome. How long does it take $100 in my area? It depends. Depends on the day, and it depends on, depends on the time. Usually my best days are Thursdays and Sundays, Brandy. Usually they are. Sometimes that changes depending on the season we got. What do we got here? Let's see. Let's take a look. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn around up here because we got a Panera bread. Well, you can't really see that, but yeah. We got a Panera bread. So what I'm gonna have to do is, that's what I call it. I know everybody says it's Panera, but it's my show. I'm gonna call it what I'd like to call it. I call it Panera bread. So. All right, we got $6.50 going there, so that'll add to the 26 we already got. So the goal today is $119. So that's what the goal is today, $119. You put emotions into your guitars and your piano. You got to do that, okay? You got to do that, Emma. You got to do it because I know that that you're gonna find. That you're going to find, maybe some others that relate to you, and you can put yourself a little band together, and I think maybe when you do that, you'll concentrate on your music, and who knows where you may go. Because today, it seems like you can just basically put anything together and get somewhere. So, yeah. So that's a possibility. So, I mean, like I said, the possibilities are endless. If you really put your heart and soul into something you enjoy, the money will follow. And, you'll gain others, respect for what it is you do. Okay. So since I got to go there, I've got to turn left on this street here and go to Schoolhouse and turn back on there so I can go to Panera Bread. I just wish they would have sent that to me before I started coming back this way. All right. Hello, Latoya. Welcome in. Appreciate you being here, Latoya. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, we're doing a little, gonna go pick up a Panera Bread order here. All right. I think I can do it. All right. Ooh, I got the light as soon as they turn. Well, I got to turn. Sorry. I gotta wait for somebody to turn. You didn't see them turning. Yeah, that's right. You'll be the one that gets stopped. And they're relentless here in Franklin. They'll stop you for anything and everything. So you got to be careful here. As a matter of fact, when I was coming here today, around the early time just before 5 o'clock, someone wanted to pass me because they thought that they could, because I was slowing down because it was getting towards the intersection and the area to where Franklin and the outskirt of Shelbyville was being. And hello, Gavin, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. Welcome. I welcome everyone from all walks of life. I appreciate it. No matter where you are, no matter who you are, you're welcome. That's how it is on this channel. Okay. But, yeah. So like I said, in this town here, you got to be careful with what it is you're doing. Because, the police here in Franklin, they'll stop you for anything and everything. It doesn't matter what it is. You just got to be really careful. All right. Here we are at Panera Bread. I'm going to go pick this up. And I shall return. Okay. Got that picked up. It's one of those verify orders. Well, if it's sealed, you can't verify it. So you can't verify it because the bag is sealed. You assume it's there. They say stuff is in there, but you got to be truthful. Okay, this is going to Whiteland, guys. So it's going to be a little bit there. Hey, Furman, welcome in. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate everybody from these. Accept everybody from all walks of life, all countries, no matter where you are. You know, you're welcome here on this channel. We're all in this together. We all, you know, we can learn from one another. That's what I always say. And that's just what I believe and will continue to believe. Okay, so you can't, so on this road here, you cannot turn left. So I have to go down here into the mirror parking lot and turn left, turn right on the one street, and then turn left to go to Whiteland. So they've been doing construction on this area for a long time, and hopefully one day they'll be able to put maybe a roundabout or something there, which I think they should do. Maybe they're working on that, because I think a roundabout would be ideal for there, because there need to be some other entrances to get into this little strip mall. Because over there, I mean, it looks kind of tacky with all that in the road. So hopefully they'll get that figured out and put a roundabout there, because I think a roundabout would be the ideal thing to put there. All right, let's turn here on this street and go to Whiteland. That's the one thing about Franklin, goes. There's a lot of places here in Franklin that that you end up going to. You know, Whiteland is one of them. Sometimes you'll go to Greenwood. Sometimes you'll go to Bargersville, which Bargersville is a part of is a part of it. So, all right. They say place on a chair. Okay. Well, let's get the directions now that I can hear.
200 north. Then turn left onto
Oh, it's only 10 minutes. It's not that bad. Oh, that's okay. Oh, it's not that far down. That's good. Because anytime you go past the Rascals, that's, it gets a little bit far. Okay. I think I might have to, it's looking a little smeary on the window there, I think. I might have to put this on for a minute. Let's see here. Let's do that. Maybe that might go away. All right. All right, which side of the road am I going to be turning on?
Continue on US 31 for 3 miles.
Yeah, I am going left. Okay, that's good. All right, yeah, that did take care of that. Okay. But yeah, I mean, we've seen Shelbyville all the time and everything, and we were in Greensburg last week. But Franklin is part of the of the big three, and I just thought, hey, we'll just we'll just do the contest here, as Indiana put up 118 yesterday. I mean, it was pretty good with the orders yesterday, and I'm going to be putting out my a premiere video. I'm not sure when it will be. It'll either be Saturday. Hopefully I can get it done by Saturday and have the premiere on Saturday before I go to my W2. And, you can see just exactly how the dash went yesterday, how I made the 18. There were a couple of things on there, especially one that you will see to where it's all orders accepted. Okay, just know that every order is accepted. Because that's the way it is in contests. But because every order was accepted, there was a very questionable order that it was supposedly $12 for. That was the last order of the breakfast lunch shift. Because the dinner shift, well, I don't think we want to talk about that. You'll see that on there too. The dinner shift, the dinner shift yesterday and the dinner shift on Wednesday night, very I don't even want to say. I mean, it was pretty pitiful, if to say the least, especially in the area that I was in, because usually the dinner shift is pretty good there, but not the last 2 days. So you'll have to watch the premiere just to see how bad the dinner shift was. It was awful. Absolute awful. And it wasn't because, the orders were bad. It was because we weren't getting orders. That's what it was. And why? I don't know, because that's unusual for a Thursday night to not get orders, because Thursday is one of my better days. Fridays usually aren't any of my better days, but today it's a little bit surprising as to what it is I'm doing here. I'm really surprised, about how this Friday has gone so far, because I wasn't expecting this. All right. Let's enjoy this little trip down here to Whiteland. See, it's telling me I go, okay, so yeah. So I'm going to Whiteland Road, so that's not that bad. Because off of Whiteland Road, you're just at the southern part of Whiteland. You're not on the northern part where it gets a little bit rougher. But yeah, I figured out a way. I'm just kind of glad. It kind of looks nice. I kind of figured out a way to finally get this, to get this, this phone holder to work. It took me a little while. I just had to make a few adjustments, and now, it's certainly better than it was.
In 1 mile, turn left onto Whiteland Road.
But yeah, this, we're going for $119 here today. $119 in 10 hours. Can't be done. Well, I've made, some Fridays, it's been some Fridays have not quite been that. So that's one of the reasons why I chose, the Champion to go on Friday, just to see if it would work or not. Okay. All right, let's go on down here and let's drop this off.
In a half mile, turn left onto Whiteland Road.
Okay, this area here, we're in Whiteland. That's part of the Southport Greenwood district. I mean, they don't count Whiteland in it, but it is. So, this district, well, Greenwood and Southport, not really the areas to be delivering in. We'll just leave it at that. They are very questionable to deliver in those areas. First of all, in Greenwood, there's a bunch of apartments, and some of those apartments can be as high as 6 floors. So I try to stay away from that, because I had an order from Franklin. It was a La Cucina order, I remember one time, and it was it was $17. They paid me $17, but it was 11 miles from where La Cucina was, and it was an apartment, and it was 6 floors. And no elevator. You had to climb all 6 of those floors. But, I mean, it was all right. I mean, it's sometimes you need the exercise, but, I mean, they weren't steep stairs or anything, but 6 floors, that was quite a workout. But sometimes you need to get the exercise. Sometimes you do. And that certainly was good exercise. I mean, I'm not sure that I would, unless if I was real young or something and I wanted to live 6 floors up. Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be hard to get furniture or anything else up there. Okay, let's see here. All right. Oh, from Russia. Hey, welcome in. Appreciate it, man. All right. I like this. Yeah. Fantastic. I appreciate it. Well, you could, from all walks of life, guys. That's just, I really like this. I really do. I appreciate everyone visiting from all different countries. It's really nice, because you're all welcome here. And
continue for 1.5 miles.
it's just what makes everybody grow. All right, let's see. How far are we going here? Yeah, they're working on something over here. I don't know what they do. Looks like another housing addition, probably. Oh, okay. So I'm going past Sawmill Road. Okay. Okay, so if I go past Sawmill Road, then you know I'm kind of going on the west side of Whiteland, getting close to the early of not quite to Greenwood. But the farther I go over here, there's chances that I'm going to get an order that's from a place over close to Bargersville, which, if you get an order in Bargersville, especially over by what's not open yet, but I mean, if you get a Chicago's Pizza in Bargersville, who knows where you're going with it. You could go one of 10 different places with it. But one thing about the Bargersville Pizza here in the Bargersville Chicago's Pizza here in Whiteland is you can make money because there's always orders there. Because one Sunday night I was here in Franklin and did that Bargersville Pizza, and I had it was almost like they could have just hired me for the night, because I had 7 orders from there. 7. Now 5 of those orders went to the town of Bargersville, and then I had 2 that went to Greenwood, and they were far drives. But after that last one that I had that went to Greenwood, I was like, no, I'm not going back there again. I'm not going back to Greenwood. I'm just, it's fine to deliver in Bargersville, but Greenwood, no, especially the area where I was, because that last order was a 4th floor apartment. No, I wasn't going to do that. I'm not climbing stairs all night long, especially since I was out for a while that day. So I'm not going to do that. All right, so here we are. We're going to be turning on this street here.
Turn right onto North 75 West.
It's very rare when I have an order out this far this way. I hardly ever come out here.
Turn right onto North 75 West.
It's very rare when I come out this way, especially when I turn on this street. It's very rare. All right, how far are we going? Well, it says 1 more minute, so
In a quarter mile, turn right.
looks like an apartment complex. Wow. Hello, Desmond. Welcome in. Appreciate it, man. Yeah. Oh, I said I'd love to get on Instacart, and I'd certainly love to get on Spark, but there's just waiting lists for those.
Then your destination will be on the right.
Okay, I've never been in this apartment before. Never have. Or not apartment. Well, it's actually housing edition, but I've never been in here before.
Your destination is on the right.
Okay, so it must be this one here. I've never been in here before. First time for everything here. Thank you for the likes, guys. Appreciate it. Okay, yep, this is it right here. All right. First time for everything, guys. All right, let me go and drop this off, and I will be right back. All right. Me was just a tad upside down for that, but that's okay. I discovered my channel. Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate that, man. I said, can my friend come over to you? Well, yeah, you can video. Anyone wants to come over. I said, your speech is off. You're autistic? Well, I'll tell you what, Desmond, my grandson is too. And my grandson's going through a real hard time with that. He really is. And it's gotten to a point, here, I'm going to do this first, though, because we had a successful delivery, so we get to do this. Yep, that's Goose fans, Dashing Goose fans. All right, so, whoops, all right, here. All right, but to get to the point, to where I said, you love it? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I mean, my grandson, he has it, and he's having a real hard time at his school right now. And the thing about it is, and my daughter, she, she's just about had it because, not only do the kids, his peers, not understand him, but the teachers too. And it's gotten to a point to where it's become physical. Let's just put it that way. And it also involves the faculty when it comes to that too. And my daughter's wanting to take him out of school because of that, but that's going to be hard to do because she has a full-time job that she can't take the time to take care of him. So we don't know, what's going to happen with that. But it's just, I just feel, for those who, who have that and are going through it, because my grandson's going through it. So, and I knew at some point, that he was going to be going through, some struggles with that, but I did not realize that it would be in the first grade this early. I mean, I think it would be like that. And I just, if I didn't live so far away, I probably would, probably do some intervention on myself. But because I live so far away, from there, I mean, he lives in Indianapolis, and I, of course, live in, in Shelbyville. So I can't, I can't always be there. That you're talking over an hour's trip to get there. So, and with me having a W-2 and doing this, it's awfully hard for me to do some kind of intervention. But anyway, but we are a little bit away from town right now, and we're going to get back to Franklin here and see if we can get some more orders, because it was about this time yesterday I was getting order after order after order from Starbucks. Okay, what we got here? It says, I used to be in physical in school too. The staff would be with me too. The schools aren't fully built. Hold on here, I gotta wait for this car to go by. Filled with people with autism. You see, if you get him weighted vest, it helps a lot. Well, okay, well, I mean, I might run that by my daughter. I thank you for that. But yeah, I mean, it's just that, with respect to my daughter, I don't really want to say, exactly, what the physicality was or anything. All I'm saying is that, he's just having a rough time. And my daughter doesn't know what to do. And, because, I mean, she can't, babysit him at a school and do her full-time job. She just can't do it because she's a single mom. Now, she has a boyfriend. And, I mean, it kind of helps out a little bit, but at the same time, no one can be there all the time. This can't happen. So, and, we're not paid to babysit the schools. That's what their job is. Their job, especially the faculty, their job is to ensure the safety of the students that they have there. I mean, that's what their job is. It's not their job to, when, there's issues with kids, it's not their position to allow that to happen and even get involved in themselves because they can't understand, what the child, with a form of autism is going through because they don't know. I mean, my grandson did not ask to be born that way. He didn't ask for that. He didn't ask for the issues that he has. He didn't ask for it. It just, it just happened, just developed, and it's just something that he's going to have to grow through over the years. But I don't want him to get into a position to where he sees that what goes on is okay, and then when he gets older, then he's going to find himself in a life that he doesn't want to find in. Because that's what happens with a lot of kids that go through this. That's what happens with a lot of kids that go through, autism and everything. It's like nobody understands them, then they feel isolated, and then, then they want to get involved in things so that, nobody pays attention to them. So then they'll do something, maybe illegal or something, just so they can get that attention. And I don't want my grandson to have to do that. I don't want him to have to think that he has to do that. We got to put a stop to this now before it gets to that point. Is it older? You do. Duma, welcome in. Duma Puma. Hey, yeah, I remember you. Always remember you. You're 28. All right. Well, Desmond, my daughter is just 2 years older than you. My grandson's 6 and she's 30. So, yeah, she hit the big 30 in December. So, I mean, it's so hard to believe that she's that old. I mean, it just seems like just yesterday, she was just graduating high school. It certainly felt like it. But now, she graduated high school over 12 years ago, and it seems like it's so unbelievable. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was December, though. It was December. But, yeah, she hit the big 30, and, she said, well, I don't feel any different than I did when I was in my 20s. And I say, yeah, well, 30. You say, when you get in your 30s, though, you'll start feeling things that you didn't when you were in your 20s. Because just like was said, the older you get, the more things you got to leave behind. And it's true now, and it will always be true. Okay, I'm going to lower this now because it's now the sun's out. It's going to get a little bit warm in the car, so we got to do that. All right. It's currently studying. Tomorrow's your test. All right. Oh, what do we got here now? Get back in town. We got. Okay, I'm going to be doing, 6 items. Okay, so we're going to be doing a, let me see if you can see this. It's a Lowe's shopping order for 6 items. So, I might be a few minutes, guys, but I'm going to go ahead and take it because it is all orders accepted. So, I know where Lowe's is down here. So, yep, it's an order that I must take. So, Goose, it's your dash. Yeah. You got to beat 119. Yep. You got to beat 119. Yep. And you're at 33 right now, but you just got a Lowe's order for 6 items. So, yep. I wondered when you were going to pop up. I wondered. Yeah. Now, not yet. You got 10 hours to beat it. You're only in the 3rd hour. So, yep. Nope, Indiana put 118 up yesterday, Goose. So 119 is what you got to beat. So that's what you got to beat. And you got to beat it by 8 o'clock tonight. So, and of course, with it being Friday, though, Fridays are, they're kind of iffy. At least they have been. See, if Midget says your hair smells nice. Well, I mean, it depends. That depends. Let's see, 10 hours, takes a long time. It probably won't be for days. Maybe in your world. 10 hours goes by quickly, though. All right, well, we got, see, Lowe's is over here in this little shopping area, and I can't get in there unless I turn here, so shouldn't take me that long. I'm just, I just hope it's not, you know, like it was with the Home Depot order I had. Because if you have to go to school tomorrow, well, Duma, school's out here in Franklin. School was out yesterday. And for some the areas, surrounding areas, it'll be out after today. You know, then everybody's out on summer break, and then there's graduations. So, and I think that's what this weekend's going to be. Is, you know, everybody's getting ready for graduations. Of course, next week will be Memorial Week. So, yeah. So that's what they're going to do. Lucky you have to go till Wednesday. Okay, is Wednesday your last day? Is that what your last day will be? Because some schools, I mean, depending on when they started, you know, some of them are a week later. You know, of course, it just depends on where you're at. So, yep, okay. Well, I'll bet you'll be glad for that. Then, you know, you can just have a little relaxation time, you know, to not have to worry about that. But yeah, with school being out, it might make things a little bit interesting, and then everybody will start planning their vacations, especially with Memorial Day coming up. Because Memorial Day is next week. And, yeah. All right. Nope, you knew I had the green light, right? Okay. Okay, guys. Yeah, that's me. I was going to say, don't walk in the middle of the street there. I mean, it's nice that you got a vest on. At least you're respectful for that. You know, that's fantastic. At least you're doing that. All right, guys. Here we are at Lowe's, right there. So I just have to wait till I park up here. I have to try to get as close to the exit as I can, because I don't know what these 6 items that I got. I imagine they're all the same thing. So, I mean, who knows what it could be? It could be potting soil. Could be sand, bags of sand that I had to pick last time. So who knows? I don't know what it could be. I think I'm just gonna go down here and park down here. There's just a tiny little bit of yeah. We'll just go right here, guys. All right. Do this real quick. Yeah, true, but after vacation exams. Yeah. That's unfortunate. I gotta worry about exams. All right, guys. Let's see. Arrived here. Okay, let's see what we're getting. Okay, I have no idea where it's 50, gotta lift 50 pounds again. Okay, well, it's all good. I'm game for it. I did it when I was in, did it for Home Depot when I was in, when I was in Greenfield. So, okay, well, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'll just have to ask somebody where that is. It's all 6 of them. All right. We gotta do what we gotta do. It's all orders accepted. I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, I'm about to load 300 pounds in my car. 300 pounds. Hello, hello, Corey. Welcome in. I've got 6 bags of 50-pound rocks in here. So just give me a minute. I got to load these up. It's going to be rough, so I just got to kind of do a little small exercise here before I can load these in the car. Alright, better move these bags because I don't want, because these are all rocks on here and I don't, Alright, these are dirty bags too. There's Lowe. There's 2. Let's see, I'm going to use one of my old pizza bags that I don't use anymore. There's 3. There's 4. Five. 6. 'Whoa. Oh man, and those are dirty bags. I got a good thing I keep extra napkins in my car. Goodness. All right, confirm it. I got it. Now where are we going? Whiteland Road. Oh, nice. Wonderful. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna lower this down here. Yeah, I had to kind of put it on there. Welcome to the 20 you that are here, guys. You're witnessing me taking I got 300 pounds of rocks in my car right now. I'm about to deliver 6 50-pound bags to a customer. This reminds me of the but sometimes I kind of think that maybe this might be a little bit easier than the sand was. I don't know, for some reason I could pick these up better than I did the sand. Because the rocks seem to be a little bit more condensed than the sand was. And I can hold the rocks at a certain angle than I could the sand, because the sand I had to hold flat. But these rocks I don't have to do that, and I think it's a little bit easier. All right, let's see. Where are we going here with this? Imagine it's turning left.
North on North Warden Street.
Nope, it's going over there.
On US 31 for 2 miles.
Oh, it's not that bad. Oh, I just hope that they just have me drop it off at a garage and I can just pull right up there, because I don't want to have to walk to carrying 50 pounds of rocks, you know, any more than about 100 feet. Oh man. I mean, you're still going through a little bit, but yeah, you'll be all right. Just practice that music. You'll get. I mean, it'll take a while for you to overcome that, but once you get yourself involved in something, it's going to get better, and it really is. Oh man, that was just a workout, just getting them inside the car, let alone delivering them. Whew, man. Maybe you guys will get to see me do the rocks if I, drop them off at a garage. I just hope that they have me do it, drop them off at the garage. Oh. But yeah, I mean, it's all orders accepted. So you got to do what you got to do. But it's all good. I mean, it's all good. You know, maybe I needed a little bit of this lifting. Maybe I did. You know, it'll be good for me. You know, this gets my gets the circulation and the blood pumping. That's how that would I look at it. Also wakes you up too when you have to lift something that heavy. So, but man, whew. 6 50-pound rocks. At least I had a couple, and the thing is, they were. I had a couple of guys load it because they were on the top. They were like not the top shelf, but like the next to the top shelf. And these guys were a lot younger than me, and you know, they did a team lift and just loaded them in my cart. You know, and the guy just told me, he said, you know, if you hold it this way, it shouldn't be that bad. But, you know, anytime you're 50 pounds, it should be a team lift. That's what they've always taught me at my W-2. And, but when you're doing DoorDash, well, there's no such thing as a team lift. You got to do it yourself unless you have someone in the car, which I do not. So I got to do it myself.
In 1 mile,
But it's all good.
turn
I'll
right
figure it
onto
out.
Oakville Boulevard.
At least the customer is not that far. And that's the good thing. They're right up here at this traffic light. All right. Yep, this traffic light here, so hopefully it's not
In a
that
half
far.
mile, turn right onto Oakville Boulevard.
Well, the only thing I can say is, DoorDash, after you gave me this glutton for punishment 300-pound bag offer, maybe you'll have something better for me with a little bit more money. Because I think I'm going to deserve it after delivering this. All right.
Turn right onto Oakville Boulevard. Then, in 400 feet, turn left onto Hummingbird Lane.
Yeah, I just might make a little short out of this. You know, 300 pounds. 300-pound rocks. I just might do that.
Turn left onto Hummingbird Lane.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to
In a quarter mile, bear right
just
onto
before
Davis
I
Drive.
I'm gonna have to do those little arm exercises again before I lift them up. Yeah. Stuff that they teach me at my W-2. They whenever you have to do some heavy or anything like that, they teach you a certain arm exercise that you should do. And so it's gonna turn into that
Bear
street.
right onto Davis Drive. Then 132 Davis Drive, Whiteland, Indiana 46184. US will be on the left.
Okay. So, boy, that's kind of narrow. You're almost having to drive in the grass there. Okay.
132 Davis Drive, Whiteland, Indiana 46184. US is on the left.
Contactless delivery. Call customer and arrange drop-off location.
Very nice. Well, looks like somebody was here already. Well, somebody dropped off like 3 or 4. All right, guys. You're going to see me do this. Okay, let's see here. They dropped him off. Let's see. Okay. If they dropped him off here, then I'm going to drop him off here too. Okay, guys, let me just give me a second here and let me do some arm exercises here. And I'm glad I had that old pizza bag in here. It got all muddy looking. I'm just glad I had it because, yeah, I never use it because it's got holes in it. Okay. I'm not closing anything out until I get my hands washed. That's why I'm so glad I keep extra napkins in here. Oh, man, that was rough. Yeah, I gotta get all this off of here. All right. Yeah, I just got to do that before I can, there's some Goose fans just driving along there. Okay, let me go ahead and get this closed out. All right. That was not worth $5.75. Thank you, Mike. Hey, Mike, did you see me carry all them bags up there? Yeah, 6 50-pound bags of rocks. I know that would have weighted your bike down. I know that. Man, that was rough. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, you're just going to have to wait because I got to get out of this person's driveway. So you're just going to have to work. You're just going to have to wait. I'm sorry. I got to get out of this person's driveway because some of them get really touchy if you stay in their driveway too long. So, yeah, you're just going to have to wait. All right. Hey, Tornado. Rock out. We're just smoking. Yep. Yeah. I don't know if y'all saw me do that or not, but man, that was just, oh. Yeah. You just got to do those exercises and stuff. Man, that was something else. Now I got to be rewarded with something a little bit lighter and a little bit easier and with a little bit more money because that was not worth $5.75. I'm just sorry. It is not. There is no way. I know a lot of other Dashers would have said no way unless it was 20. Because if you're having to do all that extra work, you know, especially when you had, you know, those rocks, you know, where the bags were, you know, it was all dirty and stuff. And, you know, I was just so glad that I had an extra, you know, a DoorDash pizza bag that had seen better days and had a hole in it. So I decided, okay, I'll just flatten that out, and then put the rocks on that so it doesn't make a mess in the car. So, sometimes it pays to have something that old in there so that you don't have to deal with it. But man, oh man, that was something else. Oh. All right. It's only 8:30, so we'll see what we can do here. Oh, what a workout that was. But something like that, though, it does wake you up, and it does make you, it's okay. Maybe I kind of needed to do that. Maybe I kind of did. But at least but tornado, when I did it live. Yep. Whew. Yep, $39 we got right now. Almost 9 o'clock, so you could say, so let's just say it's 40, even though it isn't. Let's just say it's 40. And we've been doing it since 5 this morning, so because we got to do it a little bit earlier. So that's about $10 an hour. So, not fantastic. But I've had a lot of low offers, though, today. The first offer I got this morning was the McDonald's when I first came in. And I had, sorry, I'm going to leg day for you. Yeah, the very first order I had when I came in into town, Franklin, was a McDonald's on the King Street McDonald's. And, well, they said that, they were shorthanded and they weren't opening the store until 5:30 instead of 5. And so, well, the order was only $4. And I wasn't going to sit and argue, but I just, at that time of morning, so I had to use one of my unassigns on that one, because you have to go through all kinds of stuff to get, $2, and I was not in the mood for that. So I just, told the customer, I apologize, but they are not, that they just told me that this store is not opening for another 30 minutes because they're shorthanded. So, I just told them, I said, I wish you a good day, but I have to unassign it for that reason. So, but maybe try the other store. Maybe the other store will take care of you, because there's other dashers that sit over there at that store, and maybe they can take care of them. So, but anyway, like I said, you got to be as communicative as you can, and I just felt like that's something I had to say to them. So, I didn't like the way the day started, but oh, we got some. What we got? Going right to this McDonald's up here. Yep. You can't really see it. That was $4. And it's going 2 miles, so that's fine. All right, and it's this McDonald's up here, so it's not the one on King Street. So, okay. Oh,